G'day, this is going to be a short little update video just talking about things with the channel. Hope everyone out there has had a great Easter, but I won't keep you for long, so let's get down to business. So, the next season of XCOM 2 is going to start very shortly. If you want to send in soldiers for me to use during that campaign, send the bin files over, just send them via Discord and I'll be happy to get them. Or if you want to describe how your character would want to look like, you want to add a little backstory in for them, then that would be great. But other than that, it'll just be the standard roster of angles going in there and killing all the aliens. I've lined up a few mods and everything, so the gameplay will be fresh. It will be played on the commander difficulty just so it doesn't drag on for super long. I think the commander difficulty, having about 30 to 40 episodes in the season, is slightly better in terms of length. It tends to drag on a little bit with Legends, especially when you've got a full team maxed out with the chosen gear and you're just stomping everyone. So hopefully going on commander will be a little bit more interesting and it won't go as tiresome. As for Fallout 76 content, I'm having trouble trying to justify reasons to play it, especially after finishing the current season, which that won't tick over until the next 6 weeks, so it's just sort of sitting there. And at this point, the game's like 3 years old and it's still not in a place where I'd consider satisfactory. Now, that hasn't stopped me before, but, you know, maybe my standards are getting different as I get a little bit older. And who knows, maybe I'm just tired of waiting for Fallout 76 to become a really good game that I enjoy playing most of the time. But I've seen, or I've heard about what sort of content is on the horizon for, what do they call it? Expeditions in the pit, and it doesn't seem all that impressive, so we'll have to wait until more information comes out. But from what I've heard, it's unfortunate that I'm not that optimistic about it, but we'll see. In terms of Fallout 4 stuff, I think I want to still dabble in mods here and there just to see what that's all about, because I tend to find it just fun just messing around with the user-generated content that you find on the Nexus, most of the time at least. And maybe I could get to looking at some of the quest mods that have been released to Fallout 4, and rather than stream them, actually post a video with edits in them and stuff, kind of like what I did with Grim, which I thought was fun to do, and hopefully that video was enjoyable. I don't think there's much else to it. If you'd like to see any games or have any suggestions, I'm kind of out of ideas. The Captainoob train has finally burned out, but I'm keen for XCOM, so maybe during that, if nothing else, I can figure out something to do on the channel for myself. I have been smashing Battlefield 4 a lot recently, but I don't think I could make content on a game so old where everything has been so thoroughly covered, and the people that usually go back to it every now and then would just have better insights than me. Anyway, it's a good trip down memory lane, but I don't think my gameplay would be terribly interesting because it's not super relevant to what anyone else is playing right now. Perhaps one day they'll actually nail a Battlefield release and I'll play that and have some fun there, but well, I think I'll just leave Battlefield 4 alone. Here's a fun bit of trivia for you. I even dabbled in thinking about making a machinima or something just with all of the Fallout characters I created somehow, fighting a big bad guy and doing some cool stuff. Who knows? The trouble is finding voice actresses to do the parts, because otherwise I'm just narrating everything myself, and I don't think my voice is good for story times, to be honest. I know a lot of people probably just skip over this video, so I'm willing to let that little tidbit of Captainoob lore slide, but I think that pretty much goes it. So just to recap, if you want me to play some games on the channel, do suggest them. I'll probably ignore Elden Ring if it comes up. You know who you are. And if you want some XCOM soldiers, let me know, because, you know, we need a roster. You want to fight alongside the Angels, you might even bond with Winter. That's pretty cool, right? You get to have a Goth GF and fighting Space Allens at the same time. Sounds pretty good? I reckon it does. Anyways, that's it for me. Almost 5 minutes. Thanks for watching. I'll see ya.